Black had a nice win there, controlling the center and opening up the light-squared bishop for development. Like its cousin, the Caro-Can, grabbing space in the center, threatening to take the center in a stand. White develops and defends the center. Black defends the center and attacks White's pawn. E5 closes the center and immediately knight fd7 retreats the attack. F4 supports the e5 pawn. C5 attacks the d4 pawn. Knight f3 supports the d4 and e5. Knight c6 develops the knight and attacks the bishop. E3 develops the bishop and here Black prepares to tuck the king safely on the king side. Here White prepares to tuck the king safely. Solid, continuing with standard opening theory. Very strong play. One of the best moves. Here, White prepares to tuck the king safely. This activates the bishop by developing. Castling gets the king out of the center. Castling to the same side of the board is a more... There were worse moves, but also something much better. The best option was to attack a pawn chain. Right on target. Black develops further. This misses an opportunity to capture a free pawn. This creates a pawn chain. Link. After all captures, this is a clear recapture. Applying pressure to Black's pawn chain. This strengthens Black's pawn chain. This is an equal trade. This is the only good move. This maintains the balance in material with a good... This captures a pawn and eliminates a threat. A strong choice. This allows the opponent to kick off a pawn storm. Kicking off a pawn storm. Black was worse off, but White keeps the momentum. Moving. That pawn was free for the taking. This is the strongest option. Black activates the last piece, bringing all... That was a free pawn. A strong pawn push that confronts the center directly. The best option was to move a knight to a more active position. This prevents the opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. The better move was to recapture a piece. The better move was to centralize a knight so it controls more squares. There was one move stronger than any other here. The best option was to centralize a knight so it controls more squares. With this move, White fights back against central space. Taking that pawn will win material at the end of the line. This is not the right idea. A clear recapture. The best option was to force to create a protected passed pawn for the opponent. There was only one good move there. There was one move stronger than any other here. This stops the opponent from being able to take an outpost with a bishop. This misses a better way to evade the check from the opposing queen. A solid choice. Right on target. This offers an equal trade of pieces. A straightforward recapture. This steps away from the checking rook. That pawn was free for the taking. This threatens to activate a rook by getting it to the 7th rank. This activates the king in the endgame by getting it off of the back rank. This loses a knight. This calmly removes the rook from an immediate threat. The bishop now occupies a secure outpost. This evades the check from the bishop. Very strong play. Taking that bishop will win material at the end. Pushing a passed pawn. The passed pawn moves toward a strong choice.